The coffee cup was shaking in his hands. Not from the cold. From fear. 2 cops stood over him, voices getting louder, hands moving closer to their belts. Everyone in the diner saw it happening. 30 people. 30 witnesses. And every single one of them looked away. Except her. 26-year-old Maya Torres had $8 in her bank account. Her mother was dying. Her brother was barely staying out of trouble. She had every reason to keep her head down, to stay quiet, to survive. But when she saw those officers closing in on that terrified man, something inside her snapped. She took 3 steps forward, opened her mouth, and said the words that would either destroy her life or change it forever. What happened next? It's going to shock you. But first, let me take you back to the moment it all began. It's a Wednesday afternoon in Riverside, a town so small everyone knows your business before you do. The Golden Plate Diner sits on Main Street, windows fogged from the heat of the grill, the smell of bacon grease hanging in the air like a permanent guest. Inside, the usual crowd. Farmers in worn boots, office workers on lunch break, teenagers splitting milkshakes. And Maya. 26 years old, dark hair pulled back in a messy bun, her apron stained with coffee and ketchup. She's been working doubles for 3 months straight. Her mother's cancer treatments aren't going to pay for themselves, and her younger brother Danny just turned 16, which means he thinks he knows everything but can't even keep a part-time job. Maya knows every regular's order by heart. She knows Mr. Patterson takes his eggs over easy, never scrambled. She knows Mrs. Chen likes her coffee so light it's basically milk with a coffee suggestion. She's good at this job, not because she loves it, but because she has to be. The bell above the door chimes. A man walks in. Quiet, almost invisible. He's wearing a faded jacket, jeans with a hole in the knee, and a baseball cap pulled low. He slides into the corner booth like he's trying to disappear into the vinyl. Orders black coffee. Nothing else. Doesn't make eye contact. Maya's seen him before. 3, maybe 4 times in the past 2 weeks. Always alone. Always silent. She figures he's passing through, or maybe he's one of those guys who lost everything and is trying to figure out what's left. She brings him the coffee. He nods. That's it. 10 minutes later, the bell chimes again, but this time it's different. Heavier. 2 police officers walk in. Officer Brennan, thick-necked and loud. Officer Hayes right behind him, younger but meaner, with eyes that enjoy the power a little too much. The diner doesn't go quiet, but it shifts. People glance up, then down. Nobody wants attention from these 2. Maya's wiping down the counter when she notices them walking straight toward the corner booth. Her stomach drops. She knows these officers. Everybody does. Brennan and Hayes have a reputation. They like to push, they like to intimidate, and they especially like people who can't push back. Brennan stops at the booth, looming over the quiet man. His voice cuts through the diner chatter. Let me see some identification. Now. The man doesn't look up, just sitting here, not causing trouble. Brennan leans in closer. I didn't ask if you were causing trouble. I asked for ID. You deaf or just stupid? A few people glance over. Most look away. That's how it works in Riverside. You mind your business, especially when it comes to Brennan and Hayes. But Maya doesn't look away. She's watching from behind the counter, her hands gripping the edge so hard her knuckles turn white. Something about this feels wrong. Not just wrong. Predatory. Hayes joins in now, his voice dripping with mock concern. Come on, buddy. Make this easy. Unless you've got something to hide, then we've got a real problem. The man finally looks up. His voice is steady but quiet. I haven't done anything. Just let me finish my coffee. Brennan laughs. It's not a friendly sound. You'll finish it at the station if you don't cooperate. Get up. That's when Maya moves. She doesn't think. She just moves. Her feet carry her across the diner floor before her brain can tell her what a terrible idea this is. She stops right next to the booth. Excuse me, Is there an actual problem here? Brennan turns, his eyes narrowing. Stay out of this, Maya. This doesn't involve you. She swallows hard, but her voice doesn't shake. He's a paying customer. He's not bothering anyone. So unless you've got a real reason to be in his face, maybe you should back off. The diner goes dead silent. Every fork stops moving. Every conversation dies. Even the grill seems to stop sizzling. Hayes steps closer to Maya, invading her space. Your diner? You own this place now? No, but I work here. And I'm not going to stand by while you two harass someone for no reason. Brennan's face goes red. You're making a serious mistake, sweetheart. Walk away while you still can. Maya's heart is pounding so hard she can feel it in her throat. She thinks about her mum in that hospital bed. She thinks about Danny, who looks up to her even when he pretends not to. She thinks about how many times she's watched people get pushed around in this town and done nothing. Not this time. I'm not walking away. If you want him out, you're going to have to explain why. Right here. Right now. In front of everyone. The man in the booth speaks up, his voice urgent. Miss, it's okay. I can go. Maya shakes her head without breaking eye contact with Brennan. No, you paid for your coffee. You have every right to sit here. A woman at a nearby table, Mrs. Rodriguez, clears her throat. She's right, officers. What's he done? Another voice joins in. Yeah, leave the guy alone. Brennan's jaw tightens. He looks around. Phones are out now. People are recording. His authority, usually so absolute, is slipping. He points a finger at Maya, his voice low and dangerous. This isn't over. Then he and Hayes turn and walk out, their boots heavy on the tile. The bell above the door chimes as they leave, and the diner erupts. Some people clap. Others whisper urgently. A college kid in the corner grins at his phone. That was insane. This is definitely going online. Maya's legs feel like jelly. She grabs the back of a chair to steady herself. The man in the booth is staring at her, something unreadable in his eyes. You didn't have to do that? They could come after you? She forces a smile. Somebody had to. He leaves a $20 bill on the table for a $3 coffee and walks out without another word. Maya watches him go, her mind racing. What did she just do? What's going to happen now? The answer comes faster than she expects. By the next morning, Maya's phone is exploding. Texts from numbers she doesn't recognize. Voicemails from reporters. Her social media accounts flooded with notifications. Danny bursts into her room, shoving his phone in her face. Maya, you're everywhere. Look at this. The video is shaky, shot from across the diner, but it's clear enough. Maya standing up to Brennan and Hayes, her voice steady, her stance firm. The caption reads, "Small town waitress destroys corrupt cops." The hashtag is already trending. Stand with Maya. She scrolls through the comments. Thousands of them. Most are supportive. She's a hero. We need more people like her. This is what courage looks like. But others make her stomach turn. She's going to regret this. Stupid girl doesn't know what she just started. Hope she's ready for what's coming. Maya gets dressed and heads to work, her hands trembling as she ties her apron. The diner is packed. People she's never seen before fill the booths, cameras out, trying to get a picture with her. Regulars avoid eye contact, uncomfortable with the attention. Her boss, Frank, pulls her aside. Cops were here this morning. Before you came in. Didn't say much, but they're watching. Be careful. The next few days are a nightmare. Her car gets keyed in the parking lot. Someone spray paints snitch across her apartment door. Anonymous letters show up threatening her, her family, even the diner. You made a big mistake. Watch your back. Danny finds her crying at the kitchen table one night, a particularly vicious letter crumpled in her fist. He sits down next to her. His teenage bravado gone. You did the right thing, Maya. Don't let them make you feel bad about it. But it's hard not to. Riverside is turning on her. Mrs. Chen stops coming to the diner. Mr. Patterson looks the other way when she serves him. Even some of her co-workers are cold, resentful of the attention, the scrutiny. The police chief goes on local news, calling the incident a misunderstanding, defending Brennan and Hayes as dedicated officers. The town council schedules a meeting to discuss the situation, and Maya knows it's not to support her. Then something strange starts happening. A delivery van pulls up to the diner. The driver unloads boxes of brand new kitchen equipment, industrial mixer, commercial-grade pots and pans, a state-of-the-art espresso machine. Frank signs for it, confused. I didn't order any of this. There's a note tucked inside one of the boxes. Keep fighting. No name, no return address. A few days later, an envelope appears at Maya's apartment. Inside is a check. $10,000. Enough to cover 2 months of her mother's treatments. Again, no name, just a message for your courage. Maya stares at the check, her hands shaking. Who's doing this, and why? The gifts keep coming. New tires for her car after someone slashes the old ones. Groceries delivered to her door. An anonymous payment that clears 3 months of her rent. Each one arrives with a short note of encouragement, never signed, never explained. Online, the hashtag is growing. Stand with Maya has become a movement. People across the country share their own stories of standing up to injustice, of refusing to stay silent. A fundraiser starts for Maya's family, raising thousands in days. Letters pour in from strangers. You inspired me to speak up at work. I reported my abusive landlord because of you. Thank you for showing us what bravery looks like. But Riverside isn't softening. If anything, the divide deepens. Brennan and Hayes are still on patrol, their cars circling the diner like sharks. Maya catches them watching her through the windows, their expressions cold. The threats continue. Angry voicemails, hostile glares in the grocery store. Then, one morning, the quiet man from the booth walks back in. Maya's wiping down tables when she looks up and sees him. Same jacket, same cap. But this time, he's not trying to disappear. He walks straight to the counter and sits down. She approaches cautiously. Can I get you something? He looks at her, really looks at her, and for the first time she sees past the exhaustion in his eyes. There's something else there. Determination, gratitude, an explanation that's long overdue. Coffee would be great, but first I need to talk to you. My name is Elijah Grant, and I owe you more than I can ever repay. Maya sets down her rag, her heart picking up speed. I'm listening. Elijah takes a breath. I'm not who you think I am. I'm not a drifter. I'm not homeless. I'm the CEO of Grant Industries. Maybe you've heard of it? Maya's eyes widen. Grant Industries. One of the biggest tech companies in the country. Billionaire CEO. She's seen his face on magazine covers, but always in a suit, always polished. Not like this. Not worn down and hiding in a small-town diner. Why were you here? Why were they after you? Elijah's jaw tightens. 2 years ago, I lost my wife. Cancer. After she died, I couldn't do it anymore. The company, the spotlight, the pretending everything was fine when it wasn't. So I stepped back, let my board run things. I moved here with my daughter, Lily. She's 7. I wanted her to have a normal childhood, away from all of that. But people recognized me. Brennan and Hayes figured out who I was. They wanted money, a payoff to keep quiet, to not make my life difficult. I refused, so they've been harassing me, trying to intimidate me into paying. Maya stares at him, the pieces clicking into place. That day they were shaking you down. Elijah nods. And you stopped them. You didn't know who I was. You just saw someone being treated unfairly and you stood up. That's rare. That's everything. Maya shakes her head. I didn't do anything special. Anyone would have. No. Elijah's voice is firm. They wouldn't have. Most people look away. You didn't. And because of that, I want to help you. I've been the one sending the gifts, the equipment, the money. I wanted to stay anonymous, but you deserve to know. Maya's breath catches. That was you. Elijah pulls a folder from inside his jacket and slides it across the counter. This is a deed. For this diner. Frank's been wanting to retire for years, but couldn't find a buyer. I bought it. It's yours now, along with enough money to renovate, expand, hire staff. Whatever you need. Maya's hands tremble as she opens the folder. The paperwork is real, legal, binding. I can't accept this. It's too much. You can. And you will. Elijah's voice softens. You gave me something I'd lost. Hope. Belief that good people still exist. Let me give you a chance to build something. Not just for you. For this town. Show them what's possible when you refuse to back down. Tears blur Maya's vision. She wipes them away quickly, embarrassed. Why? Why do all this? Because my daughter watched that video. She asked me why you helped the man in the booth when nobody else did. I told her it's because some people have courage even when it's hard. She said she wants to be like you when she grows up. Elijah's voice cracks slightly. If Lily sees you as a hero, then I'm going to make sure you have every tool you need to keep being one. Maya takes a shaky breath. The folder feels heavy in her hands. Heavier than paper should. It's the weight of possibility. Of a future she never imagined. Okay, I'll do it. The transformation begins immediately. Frank retires with a generous payout, emotional but relieved. Maya renames the diner Courage and Coffee, a name that feels right. She hires contractors to gut the place and rebuild it. New booths, fresh paint in warm, welcoming colors. A mural on the back wall, painted by a local artist, depicting hands reaching out to help one another. But not everyone is happy. Carl Brennan, the officer from that day, has a brother named Rick, who owns the diner across town. Rick's business has been struggling, and now with Maya's renovations making headlines, he's desperate. He starts a smear campaign, spreading rumors that Maya's a fraud, that she's sleeping with some rich guy to get ahead, that the whole viral video was staged. One night, Courage and Coffee's windows are smashed, rocks and bricks scattered across the floor. Maya arrives to find glass everywhere, the mural on the back wall defaced with spray paint. She stands in the middle of the destruction, her heart breaking. Danny shows up, followed by Mrs. Rodriguez and a dozen other locals who saw the news. They don't say much, they just start cleaning, sweeping glass, wiping down tables, repainting the mural. By sunrise, the diner is whole again,